Hello there, welcome back to the Monkey Show. I am your host, Alex. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe wherever you are. Today, I have another fantastic plugin to review for you, and that plugin is called the Link Whisper plugin. And what this plugin does is that it has the ability to allow you to create much better internal links on your site. It has way many other features and functionalities, but that's the primary goal of the plugin, to help you create much better internal links. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is an internal link and why should you care? Why are they so important? Let's say, for example, you have a blog about fitness, okay, and you've written an article on how to lose weight in 60 days. But let's say you've also written another article about the top 5 food to avoid if you want to lose weight. What you could do is, within the first post that you've written about how to lose weight in 60 days, you could link one of your sentences or phrases to the other article that you wrote about how to about the best foods to avoid if you want to lose weight. So what that does is that it creates a link between one of your posts and another post within your same blog, within your same website. And these posts are centered around the similar content. The reason why this is so important is because Google and other search engines love it when your posts, your articles have structure, when your site has structure. Also, think about this. If you have somebody coming to your site, they read the article on how to lose weight in 60 days, and then you also say, hey, why not check out this other article that I wrote about the foods to avoid if you want to lose weight? Obviously, they will be interested, they will click on the link, and they will spend more time on your site. And the more time people spend on your site, the better for you, because what that will tell Google is that people enjoy staying on your site because they are enjoying your content, and as a result, Google will reward you for that. That's why internal linking is very, very important, and that's where this plugin comes into play. This plugin can analyze all the posts on your site, and it can say, hey, in this particular post where you have this phrase or this sentence, why not link this sentence to this other article that you have on your website? It can do that for you. It can count the number of inbound links, outbound links you have on your posts. It can track broken links on your site as well. You can even create automatic links for your post if you want to. It can even track the number of times people have clicked on internal links on your post. It has a ton of other useful features, and it really is a fantastic plugin. So it has both a free version and a paid version. So what I will do is that in this video, I'll walk you through the free version. First of all, what you can do with the free version, and then I'll show you what you can do with the paid version of the plugin. Let me mention that if you do decide to buy the paid version of the plugin, please use my affiliate link in the box below. What that means is that if you buy the plugin with my link, I'll get a small commission. It's a good way to support me and support what I'm doing here on this channel. So thank you in advance. I will also have timestamps for you in the box below to help you navigate through the video. So without wasting any more time, let's get started on how to use Link Whisper. All right, so let's get started with the free version of Link Whisper. Once you install and activate the plugin, you will see the link down here. And the first thing you want to do is you can go over to the settings, all right? Let's head on over to the settings, and in here, as you can imagine, or we can configure some of the basic settings. You have the option to ignore numbers when it whispers internal links for you. So we can keep that one on. The language is English. And then in here, by default, you already have a list of words that will be ignored when the plugin tries to suggest internal links. These are pretty much usually like prepositions or conjunctions, and feel free to add your own. Simply, you click on 0, you press enter on the keyboard, and then you can add some other words in there. Personally, I would not recommend you change anything in here. You can leave these as they are. You do have the option to create links for posts, pages. So these two by default are turned on, but actually it really depends on the kind of website you have. For me, I do have a blog, and I don't intend on creating links, internal links for pages. So I can just turn this one off. Obviously for posts, yes, we want to keep this one active. And then you can also create internal linking for categories and then your tags for your posts if you want. Me personally, I don't do that, so I'm going to keep these two turned off. Now in here, you do have the number of sentences to skip, before the plugin begins to scan your content and suggest internal links. The default here is 3, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure if there is a right or wrong option in here. But there are people who argue that typically you don't want to begin suggesting internal links as soon as the first paragraph, because when a person gets to your article, you usually want them to read a little bit about that article first before you begin pointing them to other articles on your post. So 3 is the default. I guess we could keep this at 4. Maybe, again, I don't know what the right or wrong option is. I don't think there is. It all depends on your own personal choice. So I'll keep this one on 4, and then you do have the option to delete all link whisper data. You can do this if you want to finally uninstall the plugin. Maybe you don't like it anymore and you want to uninstall the plugin. You can come in here, delete all the data first, and then go on to uninstall the plugin. I'm going to go ahead now, save my options. And now let's go over to the report. Now this is where you can see all your posts, and then the inbound internal links, the outbound internal links, and then the outbound external links. Now, what exactly are these 3? The inbound internal links refers to how many links are pointing to this particular or to each article from other articles on your site. So right here, you can see I've got 0 for this one, 0, 0. So what that means is that there is no other post in my blog that is pointing to each one of these articles. I do have one for the SiteGround versus Cloudways. You can see it says 1. So if I click on the drop down arrow in here, it tells me that, oh, okay, this post where I compared WordPress.org and WordPress.com is in fact pointing to this article where I compared SiteGround and Cloudways hosting. So that's how inbound internal links work. The outbound internal links simply points to posts or posts that a particular article is pointing to that are within the blog or within the website. So in this case right now, my WordPress.org versus WordPress.com is pointing to 10 outbound internal links. Now these usually are going to have a very high number because this also includes links to images or other kinds of files you have stored on your site. So as an example, if I click on the drop down arrow in here, you can see this one is a JPEG image. This is another JPEG. This is another JPEG. And then if I scroll down, okay, now this one is in fact an article on another post, but the rest are images, as you can see. So outbound internal links will track links to images as well, not just posts. And then finally, the outbound external links point to external links that each post is pointing to. So for example, again, this article right here, WordPress.org versus WordPress.com, points to 2 articles, one going to rankmath.com and the other one going to Shopify.com. So that's how these 3 work. But right now you can see that I do have a lot of work to do on my blog because I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have quite a number of articles that don't have any inbound internal links. So I really need to work on the structure of these articles. Now, let me also say one thing. It is very likely that when you click on your report link, you will not see the data being populated, which means that you will not see, in fact, how many inbound internal links you have or how many outbound internal links you have and so on. And the thing is, the reason why that will be the case is because you actually need to go ahead and edit a post manually before the plugin can begin to track how many links you have in that post. The reason why you can see I do have all the data for each one of my posts in here is because I already used the paid version of the plugin with which you can run an automatic scan, and that's why I already have this data. If you're using the free version, what you need to do is to go to your posts, okay? So you go to one post. So for example, the Web Monkey presents greatest plugin of all time. Let me go ahead and edit this one real quick. So what you'd want to do is you'd actually want to edit that post. I'm using Elementor, so I'll click on edit with Elementor. And then Let me show you real quick. Come on, open up. So from here right now, all I will need to do is just make a very small change, like, add a space bar and then update the article. Okay, this is actually a draft post. But if this was a post that was published, I'll need to update the post. And then when I go back here to my report page, you will now see the number of links for that particular article. So again, if you're saying 0, 0, 0, 0 for all these three kinds of links, just go ahead, edit your post manually, save the update, and then come back in here, and then you will see the actual number of links for your articles. That's kind of like the main limitation with the free version of the plugin. You don't have an automatic way of scanning how many kinds of links each one of your posts have. Okay. Anyway, from here right now, under each post, you do have things like, you can view the post, you can edit the post, you can also add outbound links, export your data for support, export to Excel, and so on and so forth. Now, let me show you how the plugin whispers internal links for you. If you go to your posts page, right here, you will see this section called the link stats, and then you will see the number of inbound or rather outbound internal links, and also the outbound external links as well. You'll see all the data in here. This is provided by the Link Whisper plugin. But for the actual whispering of the internal links, when you go to a post, down here, you will see the section for the Link Whisper right here, all the way down here. Let me show you. So from this post, you can see right here, these are the phrases in the post that we can link from. And then this would be the post that we can link these phrases to. Let me point out that even though the plugin is quite intelligent, its recommendations aren't always accurate. In fact, you're probably going to have more wrong suggestions than good suggestions. So as an example right here, you can see it says from this particular article, the Ultimate Guide to WordPress Plugins, it found this phrase where I said you can download WordPress plugins from many other websites as well. And it's suggesting that, hey, we can link this link right here, this particular phrase right here, to this post where I talked about the 14 proven hacks to secure your WordPress website against hackers. So yeah, it's not the best suggestion, so we'll go ahead and ignore that one. Now, right here, you can also see it says, in this content, we found this phrase where I said WordPress developers who choose to sell their plugins have their own websites where you can buy them. And it's saying, hey, why not link this particular phrase to this article where I talked about the best WordPress plugins for speed optimization. Again, it's not the best suggestion out there. So, like I said, in most cases, the suggestions might not be accurate, but there are certain instances where they are actually accurate. For example, right here, in this same article, I have a phrase where I said, plugins not updated regularly tend to have bugs or security issues that can break your website. And take a look at this. It's suggesting that, hey, why not link this phrase to this article where I talked about the 6 PHP security issues you need to protect your website from. This is a perfect match, right? It makes absolute sense. Also, take a look at this one where I talked about plugins being tested with the latest version of WordPress. It's saying, hey, why not link this phrase to this article where I talked about performing WordPress penetration tests. Again, a fantastic suggestion. And then down here as well, where I do have the phrase talking about my top pick for WordPress security, and it's saying, hey, why not link this phrase to my other article where I talked about the 6 best WordPress security plugins. So you can see right now that it has given me 3 very solid suggestions for internal linking, while it's also, well, giving me some rather bad suggestions. But again, my point here is that don't automatically trust the plugin to offer you the best suggestions. And then also keep in mind that there are many instances where the plugin will in fact give you very good suggestions. So review each suggestion very carefully. So now that it said, hey, why not actually do this? If I want to now link this phrase, my topic for WordPress security, to this article, I'll just go ahead now, click on this button right here to copy the link. You can see right now it says link copied successfully. And now I'll simply go ahead to this article, edit the article and then paste that link right there. That's how you would have to add your links manually with the free version of the plugin. With the paid version, you don't need to do any manual editing. You will have a button right here that says, hey, add the link. You go ahead and the link will be added automatically. But that's how the plugin whispers to you internal links for each one of your posts. Let's now take a look at the paid version of the plugin. And once you install and activate the plugin, right here, you will see Link Whisper, but you're not going to see reports, auto-linking, target keywords, and so on. You're more likely going to see something known as a complete setup. You want to click on that complete setup and then run the scan, where the plugin will now scan through all your posts and pages and then begin to find out how many links that you have. So it will look like something like this. You run the complete scan, you get to report, and then finally, this is what you will now see. You'll see something like this. Okay, so I've got my link stats right here, and you can see the number of posts that have been crawled, 29. The number of links found in total was 524, which isn't bad at all. Internal links, 275. Again, not bad, but this is where things begin to get rather depressing. And to be honest with you, I was kind of shocked when I saw this. I had no idea my linking was this bad. Often posts, 18 out of 29. An often post basically refers to posts that don't have any inbound internal links. And out of 29, I have 18 that are like that, which is really, really bad. Number of broken links, 12. I've got 12 broken links on my site, and I also have 5 404 errors on my site, which is really, really bad. And of course, from here, I can click on each one of them, and that will take me to, for example, if I clicked on the 404 error report, it will take me right here to my error report page where I can see all the posts that have the broken URLs. And of course, I can go ahead and begin to fix them. Let me mention that the very first time you do, in fact, click on the error report page right here, you may not see any data. You do have this button here that says scan for broken links. So I'd recommend you go ahead and click on that one first before you begin to see any sort of data on this page. But let's go back to the dashboard. And right here, you can see my most linked to domains. And of course, my own webmonkeyonline.com is the most because I do have plenty of internal links. But then you can see WordPress.org is second with 45 links, YouTube.com is third, and so on and so forth. And then you can see the comparison between internal and external links. And you can see it's 249 to 275. So that's kind of like 47% to 52%, which isn't too bad. Typically, you don't want to have way too many external links than your internal links. So this should be quite close in most cases. Okay, what do we have here? Let's go over to the links report. And then right here, you can now see that you will have access to the same information that we did with the free version of the plugin, except that you can actually now run a link scan up here that will update the data. And of course, you have the same options to view, edit, add bound links, and so on. You do have your domains report in here as well, where again, you will see the domains that you're linking to the most. You will see what posts are linked to that particular domain. And you also see the number of links in total pointing to each and every one of these domains. So this gives you a very, very nice overview of the kinds of websites you're linking to, and of course, how many links are pointing to such articles. Now, before I go over to the clicks report, let's head on over to the actual settings for the paid version of the plugin, because you do have some additional options. So right here, you can say, hey, whenever we create an internal link with Link Whisper, we want to open that in a new tab. And ideally, yes, you want to do that, open internal links in a new tab. You also, of course, want to create external links and open them in new tabs as well. So I will recommend you turn these two on. And again, we have the same ignore numbers, what's to ignore, post types to create links for, term types to create links for, the same options as the free version of the plugin, except you now have access to more options under each setting. And then you can also post the status to create links for what kinds of posts. Is it only posts that are published? You could also do posts that are draft. I'll add for draft as well. I think for draft is pretty cool. So I will include the draft status in here as well. And then number of sentences to skip again. Same with the free version of the plugin. But now you also have the maximum links per post. I honestly don't know if there's a recommended maximum number of links. So I'll just keep this one on no limit. And then add destination post title to the link. Yes. What this does is that whenever you create an internal link, basically the title for that link will be the post title that it's linking to. That makes perfect sense. So I'll go ahead now and save my settings. And there you go. Okay, let's now go over to a post. Let me show you the new updated way by which it will begin to suggest internal links for you. So I'm back on the same article that I used in the free version of the plugin, the ultimate guide to WordPress plugins for beginners. Let me scroll down here, and right here, you can see we now have the link whisper target keywords that it will basically pull from your article. And in this case, I am using Rank Math as my SEO plugin. So you can see right now, it has in fact successfully pulled the keyword that I inserted into Rank Math, which is Guide to WordPress Plugins. And then of course, right here, you can see the settings for link whisper suggested links. So you do have two options, okay? You can say, hey, only show link suggestions in the same category as this post. I think that kind of limits the potential because you may have related posts, but in a different kind of category. So I would not recommend you tick this box. And then the second option says only show link suggestions with the same tag as this post. And again, I think that's a bad option. So I'll keep these two turned off. Okay, now look at this. We have the same suggestions for the internal linking structure, but unlike the free version of the plugin where you just have to copy the link and then go on to manually add the link to the post. If you want to add the link, you can do so with just a click of a button. So right here is an example where it says WordFence, my top pick for WordPress security. I can just go ahead now, check this box, okay? And then right here, you can see it says insert links into post. I'll go ahead now and insert that link. Okay, it's updating, and there you go. Post has been updated. Let's go ahead now and view the post, and it's going to be right here. I think it's going to be all the way down here. Okay, you can see right here, WordFence, my topic for WordPress security. You can see we've created the link. I click on WordPress security right now. And now it opens up in a new tab, the 6 best WordPress security plugins to use on your website. Just like that, just from the back end, I was able to add the internal link for this particular phrase. So that's the updated way, or the much improved way of adding internal links automatically with the paid version of the plugin. Let me now show you how the auto linking feature works with the plugin. You go to your link whisper, you'll see auto linking right here, and what this does is that it allows you to create a scenario where the plugin will automatically insert an internal link to a particular post when a certain keyword is being used. As an example, let's say I have my article right here, the best 18 plugins for WooCommerce. So I could create a scenario where in the future, if I'm creating a post or I'm editing a post and I use the phrase plugins for WooCommerce, I want the plugin to automatically insert an internal link on that phrase pointing to this article right here. That's how the whole thing works. So what I'll do is I'll grab this link right here, go over here, add the link right here, okay? And then the keyword here would be WooCommerce plugins. And there you go. I can now go ahead and create my auto link rule. So whenever in the future I'm creating an article and I use the keyword WooCommerce plugins, automatically the plugin will create an internal link for the phrase pointing to this link right here called the best 18 plugins for WooCommerce. However, you do have the option to customize this particular rule. You can click on the gear button right here or up here as well. You click in here, And what you'll see is that we have access to 6 different options. The first one here says add the link if the post already has this link. Personally, I would say no. If the post already has a similar link, there's no point in setting it a second time. So we'll keep that one deactivated. Only link once per post, yes. Let's take that box. And now it says select links before inserting. What exactly does this mean? There can be a scenario where in the post that you're creating, you could use that keyword that you're targeting 4 or 5 times in that article. So basically, you can have 4 or 5 different phrases with those keywords. Now, which one of those phrases should the plugin create the internal link for? Because again, keep in mind that we've said, hey, only link once per post. So which one of those 4 lucky phrases will get the internal link? That's where this option becomes useful. You click on this checkbox, and then I know you can't see right now, but in a scenario where, in fact, I do have such a post with such phrases, you will see them listed in here, and then you will be able to choose which one of those phrases will get the internal link. That's how this one works. But then you also have another very interesting feature that says set priority for auto link insertion. Think about this particular scenario, okay? What if you've created one link rule right here where we said, okay, WooCommerce plugins for this particular link. But let's say I added another rule where I said WordPress plugins, okay, as the keyword, and then it points to another post. There can be a scenario where I have a very long sentence that has both of the keywords WooCommerce plugins and then WordPress plugins. So which one of these 2 rules will get the priority? Because we're saying, hey, only link once per post. Which one of those 2 rules will get the go ahead? That's where the priority number comes in. When you check this box, you will have the option to set the priority number, and then the rule with the higher priority number will be chosen first. Keep in mind that by default, all the rules have 0 as their priority number. And in a situation where you do have 2 or more rules conflicting for that sole internal link, the plugin will decide randomly. Okay, so that's how this works. You do have the only add links to post published after a given date. You check on the box right here and then you choose the date. And then you also have restrict auto links to specific categories. You click in here and then you choose which categories you want to restrict auto linking to. So that's exactly how the auto link feature works. Let me show you the target keywords feature as well. So in here, basically, you will see at a glance all the active keywords you have for each post. And then, of course, right here, you can see my rank math keywords because I am using rank math. However, take a look at this. Down here, the 14 proven hacks to secure WordPress website from hackers has 0 keywords, no active keywords. So in this kind of scenario, what you need to do is you actually need to go ahead and update that article manually. So as an example, let me go ahead now and view this article. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead now and edit the post. Let's go to the actual backend. You can see my rank math section right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead now and remove this keyword. Okay, I'm going to close that keyword. And now I'm going to go ahead now and add the keyword again, how to secure your WordPress website from hackers. Okay. And there you go. All right, so you can see right now I've gotten the keyword back. Let me go ahead, update. And now if I was to go back to this page and refresh the keywords, let's go ahead now and click OK to refresh. You will now see that the plugin has now found the keyword I used for the post 14 proven hacks to secure your WordPress website against order from hackers. So that's perhaps maybe the slight issue I have with the plugin. Like, it doesn't automatically pull in the active keywords. You actually have to go to a post, manually edit the keywords, save, and then come back in here and refresh the page. But that's how the target keywords work. You also have your URL changer where you can add the old URL and then add the new URL and then simply add that one. So it's a great way, a great easy way to update your URLs. And then, of course, finally, we have the settings where we'll talk about the content ignoring And right here, you can add the posts that you want to ignore from the internal linking suggestions. You have the categories as well, posts to be ignored for auto linking, and you have all the other options in here which are self-explanatory. And then you have your advanced settings where, again, pretty self-explanatory, most of these. However, let me walk you through some very, very important ones. In here, you do have the all internal links open in a new tab. Yes. This affects every internal link on your site, not just the ones created by the plugin itself. So note that. Same goes in here as well, all external links as well. Yes, we want to open all of them in a new tab. And then right here, you do have the disable broken link check cron task. The plugin by default will create a cron task, kind of like an automatic task where it will scan for broken links. You can choose to disable that and then run your own scans manually. I would recommend this option. So maybe once a week or maybe even once a month. It all depends on how often you update content on your website. You can just run a manual check to see how many broken links that you have. And well, there you go. All the other options in here are pretty self-explanatory as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and save my settings. And there you go. The last feature I want to talk about is going to be the clicks report, and you'll find it in your dashboard right here. You go to clicks report, and what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to record for you the number of times both internal and external links have been clicked on in your site. Unfortunately, it's not working on my own particular site, and I don't know why that is the case. I did check out YouTube, and if you go on YouTube and you search for Spencer Hawes, I think that's his name, Spencer Hawes, or you simply search for the clicks report for Link Whisper, you will find this video where he talks about how it actually works. But again, for some reason, it's not working on my own site, and I'm guessing maybe it's because I do have maybe another plugin installed, or I don't know. I'm still trying to troubleshoot what the issue might be. So what I'll probably do is that once I've found the solution to the issue, I will put it down in the comments section below. But it's supposed to be a very, very powerful feature because it can tell you how many times people are clicking on your internal links and also your external links. And that will give you some insights as to what kinds of links or articles people are interested in. So once again, my apologies that I can't show you exactly how it works because at this moment it's not working on my own site, but hopefully you won't have any issues with it on your own site. Well, there you have it. We've come to the end of today's tutorial where I showed you how to make use of the Link Whisper plugin. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, put them down in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them ASAP. Don't forget that if you go to linkwhisper.com, you go to the knowledge base. They do have plenty of articles and videos that might be able to assist you if you have any issues, or maybe even answer any other question that you might have, which I didn't talk about in this video. Just a gentle reminder, if you want to buy the paid version of the plugin, please use my affiliate link in the box below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, then why not check out one of the other videos I've created around WordPress SEO, where I talk about how you can maximize your click-through rates. I'll have the link in the box for you to take a look at. My name is Alex. It's been a pleasure. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you next time. Cheers.